Hi there and welcome to this week's edition of Ignite News. I'm Greg Rosser.
And I'm Sean Marenka.
So our first story today, Sean, is about hookah lounges and shisha bars. In the last couple of years, a lot of them have been opening up in the area, and I gotta say, I'm a fan.
People say they're healthier than traditional smoking, but is that true?
I am Mohamud has the answer.
If I was to ask you what products come in flavor like watermelon, double apple mint, fruit explosion, would you be able to guess what I'm talking about? It's not something you eat or drink, but it is something you smoke. With over 100 different flavoring options, shisha is becoming an increasingly popular trend in Hamilton youth. And here on Concession Street alone, there are over 3 hookah bars, with many more scattered across Hamilton. Unlike cigarette smokers, shisha users are mostly unaware of the health risks associated with smoking flavored tobacco. And many of these hookah bars are filled with teenagers, young adults, hanging out, smoking, and socializing with friends. Shisha, also known as nargile, water pipe, or hookah in other parts of the world, originated in the Middle East and India as a relaxing pastime. Shisha is essentially flavored tobacco that is smoked through a water pipe called hookah. Recently, this cultural pastime of people in the Middle East and India exploded on the scenes in Europe, America, and Canada. Stuart Price is just like many shisha smokers who believe that smoking shisha is a better alternative to cigarettes. Do you know what's in tobacco-flavored shisha?
Not off the top of my head, no.
I couldn't help but compare shisha smokers to cigarette smokers before Sir Richard Dahl exposed the link between smoking cigarettes and lung cancer in the 1950s. Michael Perley does research into the potential harmful effects of shisha and the ambiguous labeling content of tobacco shisha.
Well, this has a federal tax stamp on it. One has no warning on it anywhere, nothing. Components: tobacco, molasses, preservatives, flavor, nicotine 0.5%, tar it says 0%, but you can't, no, wait a minute, no. See, this is what's crazy about this. It says tar here, 0%. You can't have tobacco with no tar when it's combusted, right? It's just not possible. So this is not true. And this is made in Egypt. If you're going to smoke shisha regularly and inhale it, it doesn't matter whether it's herbal or tobacco-based shisha, you're going to do damage to your lungs and your upper respiratory tract. You could start the lung cancer process developing. As I mentioned, it's hard on your heart. So there are a whole range of potential health effects, depending from very short term to much longer term if you smoke shisha on any kind of regular basis.
On average, how many times a week do you smoke shisha, and for how long?
Once a month, if that. Mm-hmm. And socially, so half an hour at most.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'm just your, one-off guy that just does it here and there.
So you're not addicted to it?
No.
The problem with smoking shisha is that most people sit for an hour or two with a few friends perhaps, smoking, and the pipes go around and so on, and you can get the equivalent in smoke inhaled of 10, 20, maybe more cigarettes in one session. So if you're smoking shisha with tobacco in it, it's rather like smoking a pack and maybe more of cigarettes if you're there for a couple of hours smoking regularly.
Out of all the 8 hookah bars in Hamilton, not one owner agreed to talk on camera, let alone be interviewed or allow cameras inside their establishment. Many were scared that being interviewed would bring Hamilton Public Health or tobacco inspectors to their establishment. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, there is an indoor smoking ban, right, in Hamilton?
There is, it's covered under 2 pieces of legislation. First and foremost is the Provincial Smoke-Free Ontario Act, which prohibits smoking in prescribed indoor areas, workplaces, and public places. The City of Hamilton had a municipal bylaw predating the Smoke-Free Ontario Act going back to 1999.
What's the process in finding out if an establishment is selling tobacco-flavored shisha?
So generally it's word of mouth. Again, they're not licensed, so we don't have a schedule of properties or premises operators, if you will, that are listed for us. Largely word of mouth, largely officers out in the field investigating, and prior experience. You know, we've encountered establishments that have been selling and offering for use indoors water pipe tobacco.
Okay, so out of the current establishments out in Hamilton, has there ever been one that's been faced serious charges against the Smoke-Free Act, or were they shut down?
So not shut down by virtue of the charges that we would have issued. We have issued charges under the Smoke-Free Ontario Act that come with a financial penalty based on occurrence of $365. By no means in the overall context of an operator would that be considered a large financial burden. It is the accrual and sort of accumulation of charges, though, that would lend itself to any further penalty and action being taken. In terms of being shut down because of water pipe, no.
I wonder, as shisha becomes popular in Canada, can we expect a cancer boom from the increasing number of young people smoking tobacco-flavored shisha in a decade or so?
So Sean and I are hanging out in the new health and wellness area of Mohawk College. This used to be a gym, and it's one of the most recent renovations here on campus.
Speaking of renovations, Mohawk students are helping out in the local community by helping renovate a local church. Megan Adams has more on the story.
Students of the Mohawk College Building Renovation Program and the pre-apprentice craft workers are yet again involved with the community.
Here we're doing the 2014 Building and Renovation Mohawk Community Builders project in partnership with the Trillium Foundation. So what we're doing, well, we're actually working on the community center side of the church. So this is the Delta United Community Center, and we're renovating the gym, and we're renovating this storage area, and we're putting in an accessible front door or side door, front door to the community center. Yeah, and basically working hard and trying to teach the kids some things about renovations.
Monday through Friday, the students from the Stony Creek campus have the opportunity to have a hands-on life experience in the construction field.
We have real budgets, real material constraints, and so the students are learning all of those aspects, as well as the aspects of kind of construction site etiquette and what goes on in a construction site.
Along with Bradley McDonald, there are many eager students hard at work.
Dealing with different kind of people, like dealing with the community centers and Delta United, we're dealing with some good people, and it's great.
The 85-year-old church is in need of a well-done makeover, and Reverend Shelley Smith is excited for the finished product.
Say that we feel very blessed that we have the opportunity to do the upgrades to our building that is showing signs of aging, and we hope to continue our ministry, our community ministry and outreach ministry here at Delta. So we are very grateful, and we feel very blessed.
The community and the Ontario Trillium Foundation are doing everything they can to be involved. I'm
very proud of the fact that we've been able to raise money through the Trillium Fund to finance the program at Mohawk, as well as help the church at the same time. So it's a win-win for our community.
The partnership between Mohawk College construction students and Delta United Church benefits both sides and the community. For Ignite News, I'm Megan Adams.
Well, Sean, HikeFest is an event that's designed to raise awareness for the Bruce Trails.
That's right, Greg. Dyson Wells called a participant that plans on tackling the entire trail with less than 10% of her vision.
Mohawk College students joined up with charity organization the Bruce Trail Conservancy this Sunday to host HikeFest 2014. The focus of the event was to promote the conservation of the Bruce Trail and encourage more Hamiltonians to explore the nature in their own backyard. HikeFest involved, among other things, information booths and guest speaker Rhonda Marie Avery, an avid hiker and athlete. Avery plans to run along the entire length of the Bruce Trail from Tobermory to St. Catharines in 20 days. The trail spans a distance of about 885 kilometers.
I'm legally blind, so I have 8% vision, and every day we'll have at least 2 other runners that will serve as guide runners, one in front and one behind, one to point out the terrain, rock route, jump, duck, that kind of thing. Someone behind to watch for the Bruce Trailblazers as we go.
And what are you going to do when you finally make it to the end?
You are the first person to ask me that question. Nap.
I think this is one of the best places actually to explore the Bruce Trail and the Niagara Escarpment. This is actually the most biodiverse part of all of Canada. So if you live in Hamilton and you can explore the trail, you're really lucky because you'll see a lot of really neat things.
The Bruce Trail has plenty to offer for everyone. Reporting in front of Albion Falls for Ignite News, I'm Dyson Wells.
Mohawk students ducked, dived, and dodged as they participated in a school-wide dodgeball tournament. Money was raised for skin diseases in the area. Kyle Williamson has the story.
Mohawk students had the opportunity to participate in Dodge for a Cause, a dodgeball tournament to raise money and awareness for the Scleroderma Society of Ontario.
The event today is in support of the Scleroderma Society of Ontario. They are a society that's support for the actual disease called scleroderma. We're supporting them because scleroderma doesn't have a whole lot of awareness behind it. A lot of people don't know about it, so one of our main goals, in addition to donating all the proceeds and raising funds, is to help spread awareness for scleroderma. A lot of people have never heard of it. Most people can't even really pronounce it. It's a disease that literally means hard skin, and it can be pretty nasty, so we want to get the word out, and we're here to support them. I worked for the Scleroderma Society over the summer, and I was just really inspired by the organization. They're run by a predominantly volunteer board, which I was surprised to learn, and they put in a lot of hard work. And it's essentially a grassroots organization, but they're starting to expand. They have the Scleroderma Society of Canada, which is which offers support nationally as well.
The event was put on by Day to Play, which aims to combine fun and healthy living while raising funds for various charities.
Well, we have 13 teams that registered, and each team is about 6 to 8 people. So we are very, very happy with the results of the turnout. It's really nice to see people so enthusiastic about playing in college and to also do it for a charity cause.
Health, wellness, and fitness student Aria Del Monte says she came out to support a great cause and was able to have fun regardless of who won or lost.
Well, I mean, we had a really specific plan to lose every single one of our games so that everyone else felt good about themselves. The fact that we lost every game doesn't really matter because we still had a chance to win by supporting the cause. So,
for Ignite News, I'm Kyle Williamson.
We're here at Hamilton Volkswagen,
taking a look at the 2014 Volkswagen Jetta.
I'm proud to introduce the 2014 Jetta Trendline Plus. It comes equipped with heated seats, cruise control, power heated mirrors, heated washer nozzles, as well as heated seats, and the vehicle is priced at $21,500. The 2014 Jetta Trendline Plus comes equipped with a 2-liter, 4-cylinder, 115 horsepower engine that offers drivers a consumption rating of 9.3 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway and 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city. Equipped on the Jetta are a few features unique to Volkswagen. The intelligent crash response system, which in the event of a collision, unlocks all doors, cuts the fuel supply to the vehicle. Our vehicle also features a larger B-pillar, about 50% larger than most other vehicles, which transfers into a much better crash test safety rating. Also available on the 2014 Jetta is the connectivity package, which consists of Bluetooth connectivity with voice recognition software, iPod hookups, as well as auxiliary inputs.
So we're here test driving the 2014 Volkswagen Jetta. How do you feel about it, Shane?
Oh, I feel great. This is a beautiful car. It's what you want in a car with this price point.
Very comfy. I can't get over how comfy the seats are, actually. They're super comfy.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. Have you seen it?
I've
amazing,
seen it right
you know what
now.
I mean? I can't believe how nice it looks.
Even the legroom in the back, you'd expect with a sedan of this size to have very small legroom. But you look in the back here and there's plenty of room. You could be in this car for a long road trip, like a 6-7 hour road trip, maybe from Ontario to Montreal or well, Hamilton, where we are now, to Montreal and Quebec, it would be a comfortable road trip.
Comfortable and cheap on gas.
And cheap, yes.
Cheap on gas.
We've been driving this all day and we've barely used any of the gas. We've also looked inside the trunk. The trunk is very large as well. You'd have no problem fitting luggage in there.
Perfect braking, perfect suspension, perfect on looks, perfect on interior. This car is great. I'd recommend it for anyone. Now let's take it back to the showroom and go from there. I don't know about you, Shane, but I really want one of these cars.
I know what you mean, Abdul. If there's anybody out there looking for a reasonably priced car, this is the car to get.
Come down to Hamilton Volkswagen and check out the 2014 Volkswagen Jetta.
Thanks for watching. This was another episode of Mohawk Rides.
Christopher McMaster is a computer design student here at Mohawk College. He's one of only 2 Canadians heading off to the 2014 IBM Master the Mainframe World Championships.
The winner of the contest gets a sweet new computer, but the real prize is prospective jobs with IBM and their future clients. Sam McFadden has the story.
A Mohawk College student will be one of only 2 Canadians competing in the IBM Master the Mainframe competition. Chris McMaster, a student in computer systems technology, one of the only few finalists competing in the 3rd stage of the competition. 50 different countries from across the world will be competing in the mainframe. The first part of the competition consisted of 20 different tasks that get increasingly harder as they go on. The second part had contestants present to the IBM executives. The contestants will have the opportunity to fly to New York to present their final task of the competition. Chris McMaster will be working directly with the mainframe of the computer.
A mainframe is a giant computer which handles transactions and can also host web pages. 23 out of 25 biggest retailers in the world use mainframes. Almost all the banks use mainframes, and all credit card companies use mainframes.
Chris enjoys the hands-on approach of the IBM mainframe competition.
What makes it so interesting to me is how hands-on it is and how close to the machine all the programming is. So it really feels like I'm manipulating this really big machine.
Martin Wyndham, a professor at Mohawk College, is a huge supporter of the IBM competition.
This is, I think, really important. First of all, it's the first time it's happened. Secondly, if you look at the people who are competing, they're from all over North America. I think there might be one other Canadian that is doing it. So I think it's pretty impressive that the student has made it to this level.
The contest is already underway and will run until April 8th. For Ignite News, I'm Sam McFadden.
Hey Greg, the popsicle stick bridge competition is back at Mohawk, and it's a huge deal for engineering students.
Yeah, you know what, Sean? It's getting bigger and bigger every year, and these engineering students, I mean, they have nothing but popsicle sticks and glue, and they build these incredible bridges that can hold tons of weight.
It's pretty impressive. Selena Peroni has the story.
Engineering students use thousands of popsicle sticks in order to build the bridges for Mohawk's annual Popsicle Stick Bridge competition. Their bridges are tested to see how much weight they can handle, and only the strongest survive. Peter Alnick, the organizer of this event, says that this is a chance to let the engineering students shine.
We're giving them the chance to showcase their skills. That's pretty difficult for engineering technology students to do. And so here we are today now giving them the stage for them to shine. And there will be some learning that goes on as well, but the main part is there's going to be a lot of fun had.
Super Mario was also on hand to break the bridges. Technologist Matt Shelley says that by battling Super Mario, it allows engineering students to gain the necessary skills.
Well, the inevitable outcome is that Super Mario will be the champion, but certainly it gives our students a chance to learn some engineering skills along the way too.
The Canadian Armed Forces, Hamilton Police, Hamilton Ticats, and Mascot joined in on the fun and made their own bridges. Students were also able to take part in fun events such as the Catapult Challenge and view the work of Mohawk's future engineers at the front of the stage. This year marks the 27th annual Popsicle Stick competition here at Mohawk College, where engineering students can showcase their talents. Reporting for Ignite News, I'm Selena Peroni.
You know, Greg, it's the end of the year, and I'm definitely getting stressed out. End of the year assignments and exams are coming up. I don't know how to handle it.
That's right. You know, we're in the home stretch right now. We're right here in Social Inc. because they're showing the campus a little TLC, Total Life Changes, to help students deal with the stress at the end of the year. Nick Hynap has a story.
Taking to the hallways of Mohawk, Social Inc. set out with the goal of teaching some total life changes. Changes that can help students get through exams with a little less stress, while still making a positive impact in the school and in life. Professor Marco Felvis of the Human Services Foundation program helped organize the day's events.
Social Inc.
And the Human Services Foundation program, which I coordinate, is teaming up, and we are displaying all 7 TLCs today for students as they approach exams and tend to get a little bit stressed out, right?
Based on a book by Dr. Roger Walsh called Essential Spirituality, the central message to readers is one that promotes spiritual growth that can improve your overall well-being. One of the 7 total life changes was paying it forward. The booth, manned by Chris Brewitt and his daughter Rebecca, was an effort to raise money for a young cancer patient.
We're also doing a little bit of a campaign for, it's called Aubrey's Angels, and it's to do with childhood leukemia. And what we're going to do is my daughter here, Rebecca, which is in the corner, you can't see her, is making rainbow loom bracelets by hand. And then she's going to be accepting donations, which are going to be going in their entirety, to Aubrey's Angels.
Other life changes highlighted were diet and nutrition, time spent in nature, relationships between religion and spirituality, acceptance of people from all backgrounds and age groups, recreation and exercise, and relaxation and stress management through meditation and yoga. There was a ring toss, dart throwing, salsa dancing, a relaxation tent, and multiple crafts that were meant to highlight the given life change at that station. Overall, the event was a success, with hundreds of students coming out for a quick dance lesson or a free bite to eat. And look for more from Social Inc. with their Day of Pink barbecue on April 9th. Students are welcome to celebrate diversity and grab a free hamburger or hot dog, courtesy of the school.
It's seen as an end-of-semester opportunity to celebrate diversity in its wholeness here at Mohawk College.
For Ignite News, I'm Nick Hindnat.
The International Day Against Police Brutality just took place, and for the first time, Hamilton, Ontario hosted a protest.
That's right, Greg. Ignite News reporter Ryan Tiller took to the streets of downtown to cover the event.
The International Day Against Police Brutality has taken place on March 15th in cities across the world since it began in Montreal 17 years ago. Protesters talked specifically about Officer Ryan Tosher.
Killed 2 people, shot them in the back, and beat them all Asian. And he just recently crashed his car into a power pole and exonerated again. The only officer to have been exonerated in Canadian history 4 times, and he still wears a badge. It's going to cost the Hamilton taxpayer $10 million. This is what we're against. We want a noble, brave police force.
The protesters met at McNabb Terminal at 7 p.m. and started their way along Main Street before marching along James Street and past King Street. Fireworks began to be fired off along James Street North just as the sun began to set. The Hamilton Police Service's media relations officer said that the Hamilton Police respect the right to protest and they're just there to make sure everyone's safety is regarded. The firing of fireworks are only allowed 2 days before and after the dates of May 24th and July 1st. 3 people received provincial offense notices for firing them off during the demonstration. In regards to Officer Ryan Tosher, the media relations officer said it has been dealt with by the SIU and the Hamilton Police believe in the way the system works. The protesters made several twists and turns and stops along the way to block off streets and finally made their way to the Hamilton Police Station to have their voices heard.
We're going to get cameras on you people because you cannot be trusted. You don't want to hear the truth.
For Ignite News, I'm Ryan Tiller.
You know, Greg, Big Brothers and Big Sisters is a great program that connects youngsters who need a role model and adults that are looking to make a change in their community.
Yeah, that's right, Sean, and we have one such profile on a big brother and his little brother from Brantford, Ontario.
It's incredibly important for young people, every young person really, to have someone that they look up to, that they can have a good time with, and that they can talk to and ask questions of without being kind of worried about what the reaction's going to be, or if it's an authority figure, that type of thing. So it's really great to have someone to take our littles out of their home once a week, go out, do something fun, really build that friendship, and have them experience new things.
You know what, I wasn't really sure what to expect at first, because you're meeting up with some younger child that you're not familiar with at all, the family, the background you don't really know. And at first, it took a little bit for us to get comfortable with each other. And then once we did, the relationship really grew over the past couple of years. And I can tell that he kind of likes me now.
He kind of like knocked on my door, came into my house, and I started hiding by my balcony door, and I was thinking like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? I don't even know who he is. And then I just started to know him better and start doing more things with him.
I think I've gained like a sense of leadership skills almost, because you're trying to mentor somebody else, so you're trying to be a better person yourself when you're around the other person.
I don't really feel like in danger with him. He's like a good big brother. He's fun.
The thing that I've liked most about it is just that relationship that we've built and that connection. So that's why I keep coming back, because you know the connection's there and you know that you're building it and making an impact in someone else's life.
It makes me happy.
We actually offer a variety of different programs. Most people do know us for our traditional big brother, big sister, little sister programs. But we also offer in-school mentoring. We have group programs as well. And our ultimate goal is to help kids reach their full potential, achieve their goals, and learn to give back to their community. We are Big Brothers Big Sisters of Grand Erie. We serve all of Haldimand County, Norfolk County, Brant County, and the city of Brantford. So wherever you live, wherever you work, you can reach out to a Big Brothers and know that you're getting those quality mentoring matches.
And that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Branca.
And I'm Greg Rosser. If you want to check us out online on our website, ignitenews.ca, or on Twitter, Ignite Online. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm really glad you decided to rock the beard today. You look good.
Yeah, no, it's a hot look. I know, just try it.
I can't grow facial hair. I'm 27. It's an issue. Can't help it. I'm hungry.
Go for a salad.